It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Browns and the Bengals coming up next.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, our ball game here featuring a couple of young quarterbacks a lot of people have their eye on. Baker Mayfield of the Browns, Joe Burrow of the Bengals.
Yeah, Brandon, we're starting to see some of the old guard moving on. Guys like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning. And in their place, there have been some dynamic young guys who have come into the league, not just this year, but in the last 3 or 4 years in particular. They've really changed the quarterback position. And I think both of these guys fit into that category. Youth is being served.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
From the 41, Burrow. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Over the tape.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans and play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the final number here in terms of top speed, I mean, that almost looks like a misprint. He was just absolutely flying. Unbelievable. A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield on play action. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Mayfield looks to throw. Again, he's got that man Landry. Touchdown, Browns. Jarvis Landry, 36 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow, he completes it to Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Here we go.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Burrow on 1st down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide side.
Burrow on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. And the first play will be a field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. taken at about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jarvis Landry, helmet back on and ready to go. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mayfield. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one caught by Felton. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Second and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Second and goal from the 1. To throw, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Here we go. 180. Legs hot. Number 28. He's coming. Check in.
First down. Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10.
Legs hot.
Hey, 4 down. Mike, 4.
Turtles hot.
Burrow will throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Get set. 180. Legs hot. Mike 28. We got it. Turtles hot.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
Here we go. 180. Legs hot.
What you got, Heavy? Get
Hot.
And Burrow going to throw again. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A gain of 6 there on first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now it's Burrow. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Big hold of the 30. And Mayfield will have a 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A give. This is Chubb. Powering his way forward. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
from the 30 on second down. Mayfield, he's going to air one out toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Mayfield now. He's going to take another shot here. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. That'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10 way up at the 37. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Fights off the defender and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here we go. 180.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again? And
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, it usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield got a man. That's Rashard Higgins.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And he'll shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Mixon with a first down carry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here we go. Can. Stop.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. $37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going deep here for Landry. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it. And we saw evidence of that right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Check in. Here it comes.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And then the catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Uzama. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Burrow. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance. It just was unsuccessful.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 15. 53 ticks to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.